We're live. We're live. We're live.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you folks today?
Good morning.
There's a popular, well, it was popular a couple of years ago, gospel song. I need you. You need me. We're all a part of God's body. Stand with me.
Agree with me.
No, we're all a part of God's family.
And then part of God's body.
Right.
It is His will that every need be supplied. You are important to me. I need you to survive.
And our topic for today is how can we better be supportive of each other? How can we be more supportive of each other? It's obvious that we do need each other.
Absolutely. What can I do for you? What can you do for me?
What can we do for each other?
Absolutely. We're going to talk about it. Back in a moment.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining us this fantastic Friday. Hey, Shirley. She says, good morning, family. It is Shout It Out Friday. Absolutely. Shout It Out Friday. And how can we support each other? We are here Monday through Friday. We see each other. We discuss different topics. But how can we do that more supportively or better?
With each other. Because a lot of you guys do it intrinsically already because you're friendly people.
Absolutely.
You connect with each other offline, off the show.
Friendly people.
And do business together. We've seen that too. That's amazing.
We appreciate that. And we've begun to expect it. We have so many amazing, not just guests on our show, but the viewers to our show are also amazing.
It is. And when people visit us, especially if they already have their own podcast, they marvel at the consistency. They marvel at how long Lisa and I've been doing this.
And they marvel at the types of interaction that we receive. They're like, you know that person and this person knows that person and everybody is sharing, liking, and supporting. Yes. And why not?
Yeah. Yes. And why not? So a couple of things. First off, how was your week?
How was your week?
And what can we be supportive of you for, or how can we be more supportive of each other?
Absolutely.
I had a funny week. This is a short week.
And this was a fragmented week. It's almost like there was 2 weekends in the same week.
Which was a problem, Sister Shirley, because Brother Brian at age 55 cannot eat like an age 25-year-old Brian, but I did. I went to a couple of cookouts and I had burgers and hot dogs. And then I had some ice cream, all this stuff I can't eat. And it has ruined my system. My system was like, oh, you've been tripping for some days.
Sweetie. I miss you. I miss you, Shaki.
And if you're not old enough to experience that thing yet, about how your body talking to you about the poor eating choices you made,
responds to absolutely. Your body will tell on you.
Yes. It has told me some stuff. It says, Brian, you was tripping.
Hey, Miss Phyllis, good morning. Shirley says, share and support each other's businesses.
Amen. Absolutely. That is, to me, Sister Shirley, the best and easiest way that we can be supportive of each other. Sharing and supporting each other's businesses. What does it cost you?
Absolutely. You know? I'm telling you, I'm excited to have signed a new author that I have already begun working with. And I'm excited because the type of work that she's doing.
You must really like this new project. I've heard about it several times.
Well, that's a good thing because it feels like the right project.
Good.
It feels like not just the right project for Empowerment Publishing and Multimedia, not just the right project for me, but the right project for this time, this season. It's a 60-day guided journal. Well, it actually wasn't initially, but it has evolved to that.
A 60-day guided journal.
Absolutely, with poetic inspiration. She is a poet.
That sounds like a fun project.
It is. And her poetry is wonderful. I can't wait to introduce you guys to Sister Cynthia Moore and her project once it'll be out by the end of the summer.
That's really fast.
Absolutely. It's extra fast, but she's already compiled the writings and we're just going in and doing some tweaks and some final touches. It'll be out by the beginning of September, the end of August.
Now, I'll tell you, you're right. The word you used earlier was fragmented week. And I'm actually looking forward to this weekend.
This weekend is going to be a real weekend, I think.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that, because I need to chill. I slept a lot yesterday.
To Wusa. Absolutely. I rested yesterday as well. I did get to work on my project some. I have been waiting for some responses back from her in order to get things underway. But it really has been ideal. I work with some of my contractors to make sure that they were at the ready and that they had the content to review. It has been a expedited process, but I'm really glad that my team is already familiar with my process and they're ready to go.
Amen. I want to give you guys some ideas as to how we can be supportive of each other. A friend of mine, I talked to him yesterday, actually. His name is Steve. And he had this thing many years ago, the 8 people that I currently recommend. He kept a list of 8 people that he thought were ethical business people, were good business people.
I remember.
Yeah, 8 people that he's currently recommending. And he would be so gung-ho with it. He would print them out on a sheet of paper. This person has a printing company. This person has a mindset business. This person's a real estate agent. This person's a sales coach. So he had all these things and he would hand them out at networking meetings. These are the 8 people I am currently recommending.
Absolutely.
And then one day, I thought it was such a cool idea. And then one day he called me up and said, "Say, Brian, you know my list of 8 things?" He goes, "You're on it. 8 people, you're on the list."
Yeah.
And I was honored to be on his list.
Absolutely.
You don't have to have 8, but it's an idea of people, like a list of people that that you currently recommend and what you recommend them for.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Not just random, this is a great guy, this is a great person.
That
unless that's what you do. Right.
Yeah.
Unless you're the matchmaker or somebody. But what people do and the value that they bring is definitely a great thing to capture and share deliberately. Shirley says, eat right and exercise, Brian. When you go to the barbecue, eat salads and fruit, water also. We must not be going to the same kinds of barbecue.
We went to 2, and I don't think either one of them had any salad other than pasta salad.
That's unfortunately true.
And did I see any fruit?
No.
Okay.
There was fruit at the second one, but by the time we got there, there was like maybe 1 cantaloupe slice left.
Wow. The best way, Sister Shirley, just don't go to them things.
No, they were wonderful. You get to see family and people, friends that have become family, kids that have grown up. There were 4. I remember seeing 7 children that I held when they were this big, and they were either this big, that big. They were all different sizes, and they were all big old children. It made me feel like a television cookout where you have the elders and the teens and whatever. But it made me feel like I was sitting at the elders table because some of those children were grown-ups now.
That always bugs me out. I'm like, you got so big.
Not just got so big, but like you're a person now. I remember pushing you in a stroller, giving you a bottle. You are an actual person now. It's wonderful. Good morning, Stephania. She says, "Happy Friday, family." Today is Friday. So shout it out Friday. Of course, we want you to shout out your business, your accomplishments.
And I'm going to pull something out of you guys.
Your celebration. And the question on the table is, how can we better support each other.
Yes. Now, I told you about my friend who made a list of 8 people that he's currently recommending.
I love that.
I want y'all to think about this now. Is there anybody doing anything that you're willing to recommend? One person.
One person doing anything that you're willing to recommend.
That you think they're good enough, that they're worthy of being recommended.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen. Shirley said, I went to barbecue. I had deviled eggs, potato salad, and tossed salad. Okay. Deviled eggs, love them. There was no deviled eggs at either one of the barbecues. Potato salad, there was potato salad, and I brought a little bit home. And tossed salad, there was no tossed salad at any of the cookouts. Either of the cookouts. Good morning, Brittany. Thank you for joining us
If someone tells me they're thinking about writing a book, I recommend Empowerment Publishing and Multimedia, which is Lisa.
Thank you.
I've seen how she works. I've seen how she has streamlined her systems. And the more and more projects that she works on, the better and better she gets at her game.
Absolutely.
Okay. 125, I believe.
129 was signed this week. 129.
You can't do 129 projects without learning a few things.
Absolutely.
You can't do that many by accident either.
Absolutely.
She's obviously done good work. And several of her authors have come back with project number 2, project number 3 with her.
Project number 7. I've done one author, I've done 5. Another author, I've done 6. And another author, I've done 7.
You've done 6 of mine, too.
Yeah.
So,
well, you're the one that done 6 with.
Yeah.
This guy.
I did 6 with her. So,
Stephanie, thank you for calling out, Dr. Deborah.
Thank you.
Evan, good morning. Good morning.
Let's talk about that now. We asking you guys on Shout Out Friday, Evan, can you name one person doing anything good that you would recommend?
Hey, it's Shout It Out Friday. We got to shout out Evan. He says, open first brick and mortar yesterday. Weekends are made to get rich.
I saw those pictures with you and Sir Markadu. He says, me and my mentor meant a lot that my mentor is here with me. That's a good mentor, too.
Absolutely.
So he opened up his first brick and mortar building yesterday.
We celebrate.
Congratulations, bruh.
Celebrate good times. We also want to celebrate Stephanie Morris. She says, I want to encourage everyone to pick up a copy of her journal, 31 Days to the Heart of My Purpose. Yes. Go to connectedtopurpose.com. Stephanie is actually number 4 of the projects that I have published.
You're kidding. She was in the first year?
She was in the first year. Yep.
Really? I remember you working on that project. I didn't realize it was so early in the game.
Yep. Stephanie says, wow, that's so wonderful, Lisa. Empowerment Publishing and Multimedia is the go-to source to publish your book. Amen. Thank you.
Yes.
Sister Shirley says, I'm not writing a book, but I will recommend Lisa Santiago McNeill. Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much.
And since this is still Shout Out Friday, I do want you all to think of somebody that you're willing to recommend.
Absolutely.
And I also want to ask you to please put in the chat, what do you want to be recommended for? What do you want people to recommend you for? Because a lot of us do a lot of things. So what do you want to be recommended for, and who would you recommend?
Absolutely.
This should be good. And don't be shy. Please share.
Absolutely. I definitely
permission to brag is granted.
Absolutely. I definitely recommend Sister Margaretta. She's not here today.
Oh, Margaretta Young.
For research and writing. She can compile. She actually, when she wrote a biography for me, first of all, she was not solicited to write it. She wrote it impromptu. She wrote it
wanted to.
Because she wanted to.
Good morning, Brittany. How you doing?
Good morning. Good morning. So that was the first thing. The second thing is she did research. And usually, and I've had biographies done professionally and personally, usually the person will ask you to provide them with some historical information.
Actually.
Absolutely. She had researched things that I had even forgot about. Some committees that I was on that I hadn't remembered, some salutations that I had received that I hadn't remembered. And that's why when I read her biography, well, I didn't even read it for the first time. She read it for the first time at an event that I was invited to. When she read it, I was sitting there like, yes, who is this? I can't wait to hear who she is introducing. And she was introducing me.
That's amazing. I
I
didn't
would
know
definitely
that
support her.
she didn't get input from you
Nope.
directly. I didn't know that.
She researched the web. She researched my website. She researched Google. She researched. I think she even interviewed one of my friends indirectly. But definitely, that is who I want to shout out. Absolutely. Stephanie says, I recommend Brittany Thomas for her bracelets. I have several and I wear them all the time.
Yes,
Amen.
and they're bracelets, but they're also motivational.
They're motivational artifacts. Absolutely. And inspirational.
Evan says, I recommend
Jerry Danielle McElroy for project management.
Jerry Danielle McElroy for project management.
Absolutely.
Amen. Thank you for telling us what it was for.
Absolutely. Shirley says, one thing that I recommend that you make your book digital and regularly for people like me. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Other than
Evan has understood the assignment.
He said, recommend me to help people get out of debt, get rich, and build wealth.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Amen. That's
Stephanie also recommends Shay Morton, the business coach, Business 911. Absolutely.
Yes, that's another beautiful person that Lisa and I have watched over the years and we've been friends with over the years. She is wonderful. Shay Morton, I'm talking about, wonderfully consistent and wonderfully helpful. She has like a business incubator in her office.
Good morning, Dr. Beverly. Good morning. She says, good morning, my beautiful family.
Good morning, Dr. Beverly. This is Shout It Out Friday, and I'm going to ask you two things. What is one person that you would recommend for anything? Who would you recommend for anything? One person. And Dr. Beverly, I want to ask you, what do you want people to recommend you for? Yes, that's what I want to ask you. What do you want to be recommended for, and who would you recommend?
Absolutely. What do you want to be recommended for, and who do you recommend?
I want to be recommended for sales talks and sales training and sales coaching. So many entrepreneurs have tried some of everything, and they just don't know how to sell. But they know how to brand, they know how to funnel, they know how to do all that stuff, and it hasn't equated into a client.
Absolutely.
So it's because they don't know how to ask for money or ask for business. So I want to be recommended for that person, to that person that's doing things and they want their business to be more profitable.
Absolutely.
That's one thing I want to be recommended for.
Okay. I would recommend you for that.
Yes. I've already recommended you for writing a book. Last Wednesday, 2 days ago, Lisa and I was being interviewed, a discussion on a podcast. Panel, on a Wednesday evening. It was the Relationship Roundtable.
It was this week.
It was this week, yes. Okay. This Wednesday. Yeah,
this
2 days
week
ago.
Has gone like, I can't even remember what part of it began and ended.
But Shirley, I had a chance to tell the story about how when Lisa and I first started working together and Lisa saw what I was doing, she asked me to train her on sales. She asked me to coach her on sales. Now, by the time if she had asked me earlier, I probably could have did it. By the time she got around to asking me, I was already smitten by Lisa. In love. I was already in love with Lisa. and I was so in love and so smitten by her, I was willing to defend her even from herself. Okay. So I tried to coach her the way I would coach someone else, and it wasn't working for me. I can't coach her, the woman I'm loving. I tried a couple of times and I was like, baby, I can't train you. She had to get it from someplace else because it was too close to the fire.
I had to glean my coaching certification. I attended all of his workshops.
And published my books.
Read his books. I published his books, and I ear hustled my way into his personal coaching. When he was coaching other people, I would sit in the room and take notes and answer the same questions that they were doing. I did it a lot. Shirley said, I want to be recommended for photo and video organization.
Thank you, Sister Shirley.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. Photo and video organization, patience and creativity to accomplish the job and help you to avoid losing your precious memories.
Thank you. That's right, Sister Shirley. We can and we do recommend you for that.
Absolutely.
We have easily said, connect with Sister Shirley DeJeanette White.
Absolutely. And go ahead and put your links in there. Today is the day to put your links, or just tell people to DM you and connect with them however you would like. It is carte blanche to go ahead and post it in the chat.
They drive me crazy. Some of these groups on Facebook.
Don't let anything drive you crazy.
I can't stand them. I'm going to tell you what I can't stand. They invite me, Brian, you're a sales coach, and we need a sales coach in our group. come on and join us in our
Don't
group.
say none.
Yeah, but don't sell. Okay, don't sell what you have to offer. Be in the group, but you can't sell anything, and you can't direct message anybody. So you want me in your group, but you don't want me to have any opportunities to make any money.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can't stand it. So even in those groups, I'll give it a try. So I get into the group and I'll submit something that I think is helpful, a tip or something like that. And then I might submit another one, and then I'll look and see, well, they have 2 or 3 of my posts still pending. They never published them. So then when that happens, I just leave the group.
Evan said the ERGJ Black Bazaar. That's right. And go to the ERG Black Bazaar and find out what's out there.
Now, there's a link for that too.
Yes, there is a website.
Yeah, please,
as well.
Please post that website and that link so that someone can go there directly and get some products.
Absolutely.
Get some sheets. Get some stuff. Yep.
Good morning,
there
Dr.
she
Deborah.
is. Dr. Deborah, what city are you in today?
Absolutely. Stephanie says, what is a group for if you cannot share your expertise? Exactly.
Well, that's what they want, Stephanie. They want your expertise, but they don't want you to make any money. Okay. That's what kills me. It drives me nuts.
That's
okay.
That's
we even, before Pandemic, Lisa and I went and visited this local networking here in Charlotte, and it was great. I gave a sales talk in there, and I got clients out of the meeting. And then a little while later, they asked me to come back and give another talk. And they said, but this time, Brian, you can't sell anything. You can't offer anything. You can't sell anything. We just want you to teach some stuff. And I was so offended, Stephanie. I said, you want my stuff, but you don't want me to profit at all? I didn't go, and I unfriended the person, all that kind of stuff.
Evan said, BBC is different. Go to www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. Amen. Shirley says, message me or visit forever.com/ambassador/Shirley Wyatt, or you can give her a call directly, and she has her phone number and a link as well.
Help me out, Evan. BlackBillionairesClub.com, that's the site too, but is that the same as Black Bazaar?
And what's the difference? Can you clarify for our viewers and those that might not be familiar with you and either? Amen. Evan says the blackbazaar.company.site is also available. What's the difference between which, and what can they expect to find at either location?
I think the Black Bazaar is where you can go and get some stuff, buy products and stuff. But the Black Billionaires Club is where you can learn about and become a part of money-making projects.
Great. I would prefer for him to clarify it rather than to go on my own assumption. Stephanie says, trust me, if you share good content, people might friend you. I look at the people in the group's profile page. Amen. Dr. Beverly says, I recommend getting a set of coaches like Brian and Lisa for life/business. I can go on and on about that. I don't want to see them crying. It's Shouted Out Friday. I will say they are the greatest people and the realest people I know. Next, I recommend their twins. They are the closest replacement I've ever seen and the greatest dancers ever.
Yes.
I recommend Tarnez and Couture, right? I recommend me for your survival/transformation coach, because I can love you back to life,
I believe
to
that.
Reality, and then everyone in the show for this.
For the best.
I can't find the rest of it. I can't find the rest of your comment there. Thank you for joining us, Sister Jerry.
What? Jerry?
I can't find the rest of your comment, Dr. Beverly. Sister Margaretta says,
Margaretta, we done shouted you out already.
Margaretta Young, certified life and executive business coach, specializing in all of your professional and project development needs. Expert grant writer, business solutions, and nonprofit setup, courtesy of the Ready for Success Group, LLC.
Now, she does all of that stuff that she put up there, and we can recommend her for that. And one more thing, too, about Margaretta Young. She can sing. She can sing.
That's right.
Jerry Danielle McElroy, you were recommended earlier. Today is Shout Out Friday. And today we're asking you to shout out your business, your cause, shout out your stuff.
Absolutely.
But we also ask you, who would you recommend for anything?
And you were, Sister McElroy, you were actually recommended as a project manager by Evan Jefferson.
And we asked you, what do you want to be recommended for? We're asking that question. She goes, Jerry Darnell says,
I recommend Yolanda Pride Foster for temperament assessment and life consulting.
Amen. That's what I'm talking about. Share these names.
Shirley says to Evan, need to get his square working. So I don't know why the square is not working, but whatever. Jerry says, thank you, Evan Jefferson, for tagging me. Absolutely. Evan says, no different. Amen. Black Bazaar is retail.
Okay.
Well, thank you. It was support ever, the best support ever. Thank you, Dr. Beverly. We appreciate you. And BBC is a personal and business development through accountability. The BBC, the Black Billionaires Club, is a personal and business development and through accountability. Whereas that's the BBC, and the Black Bazaar is retail.
And Margaret says, good morning again. Antonobi, she says, it's Friday. Antonobi, this is the day.
Absolutely.
You need to shout out your business, shout out your cause. And Antonobi, I'm asking you a few things today. I want you to shout out your stuff, post your links and everything. Yes. But Antonobi, I want to ask you, who do you recommend for anything? One person. Is there somebody that you could recommend for something? And I want to ask you, Antonobi, is what do you want to be recommended for? Yes.
Absolutely.
Sister Jerry says,
I recommend myself for project management and event coordination.
There you
Right Start administrative and consulting services. Absolutely.
That's what I'm talking.
If there is a link to your website, please go ahead and put it in there as well. AP Antoine Powell, good morning.
You missed us. We miss you back,
We miss you back. Evan, thank you for the feedback. He says, great topic to gain new viewers. We appreciate that. And we're always looking to support our viewership, because the more people that come and hang out with us, the more people that get to know each of you.
And here's the other cool thing, Evan. If you hadn't been willing to recommend Jerry, we might not have ever gotten to meet her and understand that she wants to be recommended for project management and event coordination.
Absolutely.
That's important. Thank you.
Woo, this is Shout It Out Friday, and I'm grateful we get to shout it out with y'all.
Yes. It's about that time, 9:28.
No.
So Lisa's going to find a card. We do a card around 9:30.
Amen.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Absolutely.
And going into the weekend, Sister Shirley, I am going to take your counsel. I am going to eat right and exercise this weekend.
I think I'm going to make sure that I think I'm going to go get a personal fruit tray for us, because there was no fruit at either one of the barbecues that we went to. Shaki says, I recommend By Design Bookkeeping for small business bookkeeping.
Now,
absolutely.
By Design Bookkeeping, who is that?
Absolutely.
Is that your company, Shaki, or somebody else?
Or is that someone that you recommend? And how do they get in touch with them? Do they have a website? Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and make sure that we make it easy for people to take on your suggestions. She says, small business bookkeeping and accounting consulting.
Amen,
absolutely.
Amen.
Thank you. Dr. Beverly says, now on top of all that, I recommend my body oil, bath soaks, sugar coffee scrubs, and candle melts. They are the greatest.
Now, let me tell you that we could endorse Dr. Beverly, because she has sent us some stuff and we use her stuff. She made some scrubs that I was able to use on my feet. And we got some candles from her as well. Thank you.
Absolutely. Sister Margareta said, I would recommend Lisa Santiago McNeill. If you truly want to manifest your dreams, I recommend Brian K. McNeill to increase volume sales. He is the sales authority and has inspired my business. Absolutely.
I'm telling you, if you don't know Dr. Beverly, if you don't know Shaki, if you don't know Margareta Young,
you need to get to know them.
Connect with these people. These are amazing people. With just the people that we have that have been willing to make a comment today, not the ones that are just tuning in and not saying anything,
right?
But just the ones that have been willing to make the comment this morning. Just you guys, I would take anything to the marketplace.
Absolutely.
Any kind of product, any kind of service with the aggregate brain power that we already have in here.
Amen. Shirley Shirley says, Dr. Beverly uniquely taking over. What's your website? Well, you need to inbox her right now unless you have recently set up a website, Dr. Beverly. She wants to connect and get some of your products. Margaretta says, Brian has inspired my business to major growth. Absolutely.
Let me say, Margaretta, you gave me a compliment one time, Margaretta, that has sustained me sometimes. She gave me a compliment that was impactful to me. Margaretta did. Margaretta had an event and she had me come in to speak. And at this particular event, there wasn't a whole lot of people that showed up, mostly just the vendors, okay? And family people too. So, but I wanted to give and serve. I wanted to do a good job there. So when my time came to speak, I didn't hold anything back. I presented as if it was a full room, and I gave and I gave and I served. It was fun. It was funny. It was high content. And when I was done, Margaretta said, she came up there and gave me my flowers in such a way. Brian presented today as if it was 5,000 people in this room. He done blessed us all. And she went on about the comment about it. And her comment about my talk with a small audience has made me feel good again and again and again, Margaretta. So thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sister Antonobi says, me to recommend. I also recommend that people in the hospitals and outpatient facilities recommend my company. I'm a distributor for surgical medical supplies, and she includes her website, AVE Surgical Supply. I can't see it. I can't read it. Is it avesurgeonsup.com?
Surgeons
or Avenue Surgical.
It's there on the link. You can see it. Yes.
You can go to the link there. And Dr. Beverly says, I recommend Brian to start some shenanigans about.
No,
well, I won't start them.
I don't start no shenanigans.
Yeah,
I don't even like shenanigans.
Yeah, you do.
I don't even like them.
Absolutely. There's the second recommendation for Margaretta.
And Shay Morton.
From Margaretta for Shay Morton. She says, I recommend Shay Morton for her exquisite business services and wisdom. Absolutely. Antonobi said it's all abbreviation. Amen. They will need to go to the link and click on it. Amen. Margaretta says, do you remember the 7-year-old boy that took a front seat and read your book that same night?
I
That
do.
was powerful.
I do.
Absolutely.
That was Bam.
That was Bam.
Cat Ivy's grandson.
And he's a teenager now.
Wow. He was 7 years old. And he wanted my book, but it was important to him that he read my book to me.
Absolutely.
He was 7 years old, and he knew I wrote the book, and he wanted me to see him read it to him, to me. And I sat there, and he read that book to me, and my heart swelled with love and with pride.
Absolutely.
I felt good to have that boy reading to me.
Absolutely.
I think we have a picture of that too, and it always makes me feel good.
You do. I think he's 13 now.
Oh, wow.
Dr. Beverly says, I haven't gotten that far yet. I've been slack in that area. I reached out to Lisa for help, and she put together a training just for me so that I can catch up and couldn't get on. So I'm going to get back with Lisa on a personal class when my time here at work slows up.
Amen. And it won't take as long as you think,
Nope.
Dr. Beverly, to get that done.
Nope. I could even do it for you because you happen to know somebody.
Actually, Margaretta, we have contacted him again since then.
Absolutely.
I've been on the phone with him before, actually, as well.
Mm-hmm.
But the other book, Margaretta, I don't know if you heard about it. On May 31st, I published my latest book, my magnus opus. It's called 932. It's in the other room. I'm going to go get it. 932. The 9 most important words, the 3 most important skills, and the 2 most important questions. This book is written for an age range between 6 and 16, and I think middle school kids are perfect for it. But the 9 most important words, like courage and love and faith, the 3 most important skills, like the ability to communicate, the 2 most important questions, like why are you here specifically? What are you here to do? I think this book is a book that every child should have, every child and grandchild should have. And Lisa and I have decided for every one of those books that's purchased through our site, through virtualsalesmgr.com, through our site, we will donate a copy to an educator. This book has been dedicated to educators.
Absolutely. You can actually get it as well from theempowermentduo.com. And we would definitely do that. Margaretta says, really, I must get it. Absolutely. And Shirley, thank you. She says, shout out your business on social media. You never know who's watching. I've gotten customers and ambassadors from social media, as well as from sharing her links right here on this show. Amen. Dr. Deborah says, I recommend Shay Morton for a business startup. I want to be recommended to those who have been through trauma to help them to use both practical tools and spiritual principles by reaching their goals so that they can create an abundant life beyond trauma. Amen. Thank you.
Amen. Dr. Deborah, thank you for recommending Shay. This is another thing too, Dr. Deborah.
That's the third recommendation for Shay Morton.
We got to reach out to her today too and let her know.
Well, her name has been linked 3 times.
Yes, let her know she was shouted out today. We had a podcaster as a guest on our show a couple of times, and he was amazed at how many of you guys we know. He was amazed that we could say stuff about you personally because we got a chance to know you.
Absolutely.
Margaretta, this is the book, 932. The 9 most important words, the 3 most important skills, and it's featuring my character, Mr. Randall the Rhino.
That's him.
Featuring Mr. Randall the Rhino. Now, this is my 3rd book that features Mr. Randall the Rhino. Margaretta, I might want to talk to you about this because for summer reading, and I have this thing, it's bothered me so much about how they won't use affirmative action anymore at interest in college. So my mission is to raise entrepreneurs. So I'm thinking this book here, Why Rhinos Make Great Entrepreneurs, Why Rhinos Make Great Entrepreneurs for Children, along with 932. I might start offering these 2 books as a package or something like that.
Amen. I was trying to read it. I got lost.
Okay.
Dr. Beverly says, Shirley Wyatt, just call me. And she puts a phone number in there. Brian, I need that book. Amen.
Yes, you do.
Margaret
I want you
says,
to have
great. LOL. She's laughing. Good morning, Brother Mark Greer. Good morning to all of the great people in this place. I did not use my Mark Greer right.
That is not what he says.
Good morning.
Okay.
To all of the great people in this place.
Amen. Brother Mark Greer, we're doing something different today. Today is still Shout Out Friday. We want you to shout out your business and your cause. But we also want to ask you, Mark, is there one person that you're willing to recommend for anything? One person that you're willing to recommend? And what do you want to be recommended for?
Absolutely. Antonobi says, I want to thank you guys for the first time I chimed in. And Brian, you gave us the structure on marketing. Somebody noticed me. I've been asked to have my article in the first running Black newspaper here in Peoria and an appointment to speak with the city of Peoria.
That is amazing.
Woo,
That's a
woo,
great
woo.
shout it out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey,
I might
Barbara.
have gave some instruction on Tanobi, but you implemented it.
Absolutely. Hey,
Barbara, where have you been? Barbara Mosley.
We missed you. I know that this has been a holiday week and people have been in and out of town, up and down the road, and both on the weekend and the Tuesday, there's been stuff going on. So we're grateful.
Yes.
Margaretta says, let's get it in
Barbara
school.
Says,
this is a great book. Absolutely.
Now, Barbara can say that because Barbara Mosley has gotten this book. But one thing Barbara did that blessed me is she got the book, yes, but she took some pictures of her nephew and granddaughters reading the book.
Absolutely.
They're sitting on a bed or a chair or something, and that's one of my favorite pictures.
They were sitting on the sofa, I think.
They were sitting on the sofa. It's one of my favorite. I said bed because that's how I used to be. I used to sit in the middle with my sisters, Tracy and Valerie, in my room when I was reading to them.
Absolutely. Now, Sister Margaretta, I would love to brainstorm with you because you and I have such great synergy. And she says, absolutely. Let's get in the schools, daycares, and churches.
I want to get this in the schools, daycares, and churches, so I need your help. Yes.
Miss Phyllis says, I have not received my order yet. Miss Phyllis, I actually think I have seen it as delivered. I'll check again for you because I remember we have had some issues with you getting your delivery in your building, although it has been shipped. So let's make sure that it hasn't actually reached you. I'll check the log and then reach out to you.
Thank you again,
Margaretta says also youth organizations.
Yes.
And Shirley says, Dr. Beverly, I got your number. We'll call you next week.
Amen.
Amen.
Shaki
says, wait, who is in Peoria? That was Antonobi. I have a college roommate who lives there. Well, come on and get connected.
And one of my heroes, one of my all-time favorite heroes, was born and raised in Peoria, Illinois.
Peoria.
Richard Pryor is from Peoria, Illinois.
Amen. Good morning, Kenny Tucker. Thank you for joining.
What's up, Kenny, man? How y'all doing?
Dr. Beverly says, where's the Spice Lady? I recommend Melissa Price for she is the pro. Amen. The Spice Lady is Shani Smith, and her spices are delicious. You can just add them, and you don't even have to decide what goes with what. Just add the spice, and that's
Kenny
it.
Taylor, you out of school because he's an educator. Kenny, if you didn't know, recommend someone else get this book because we're giving free copies to educators.
Absolutely.
When someone purchases this book, we give one to an educator. So, Kenny, you could be one of the educators that get a free one.
Antonobi says, send me the link for the book. The link is on the screen, theempowermentduo.com. Just click on Brian's books and you can get it. I believe it's also in there separately.
Good.
As well. Shirley says, I got my book in 2 days with Amazon Prime.
And she right away sent me a picture of her holding a book. She got it in 2 days, and that's amazing. And she sent me a picture with it. Thank you,
Absolutely. Kenny said, finally. Amen.
They're out of school.
Antonobi said, awesome. Is it Bradley? Yes, the birthplace of Richard. Amen. Kenny said, I was waiting for the offer. LOL. Closed mouth don't get fed.
Whoop, whoop.
Closed mouth don't get fed. You got to say something.
Yeah.
Sister Barbara says, busy week, guys. I missed you guys. After I finish reading to my girls, I'm going to give the book to the youth minister at my church. Amen.
Thank you very much. Now, I like it. We've had a couple of people that have bought a book and recommended a school system, a particular school. They recommended that school, attention, the school's principal. Or you could recommend a church, attention, somebody's name.
Now, Sister Barbara goes to Exhort Ministries with Pastor Wallace and First Lady Priscilla Wallace. I don't know who the youth minister is, but we could definitely send them a separate copy if you just provide us with the contact information.
Yeah, and we love the Wallaces too. Those are the ones that visited.
They came to our wedding.
They came to our wedding, but they also came to the hospital.
Yes, they came to the hospital.
Last year, when Lisa was in the hospital.
Priscilla's my sister.
Priscilla and her husband, Herbert, I think.
Yes, Herb.
Herb Wallace. Let me tell you one thing I always remember about them. On the day they came, it was like day 4 you were in the hospital. And I was like fried. I was distraught and fried because I was running back and forth from the house to the hospital every day. And I was tired and all that stuff. And I was trying to be there for Lisa. And they came on a day when I was just... But they came and showed love on me. And they warmed me up. And what they said was, what do you need, Brian? I'll never forget that.
Amen.
They wanted to take care of me because I was taking care of Lisa.
Amen.
I don't know why that's moved me to emotion right now.
Oh, it's such a sweetie. We have lost track of the time. I didn't read the card.
Oh my God, we're gonna miss the card today because it's the weekend. We're gonna miss the card.
Yeah. It's the weekend card. If we
go ahead real quick.
So we can do it. The card is kindness, and I think that this show has shown us that we are a people of kindness. Kenny is sending you a hug. Amen. Shaki says, "Love it. We need that kind of support." Amen. Brian was a really present help. He was expending himself tremendously. And I'm grateful that I have the type of friends that also understand that the caretaker also needs respite. Antonobi, I'll go ahead and put it in the link so that you can see it as opposed to you'll be able to click it. Amen.
Okay.
Amen. Now you can click it.
All right. So hit the card.
As well, the card is kindness. Kindness. Kindness is soft. It enfolds and nurtures. It has ease and fluidity. Being kind is a gentle response to what is at hand. Start by being kind to yourself.
Amen.
Be generous in your words and thoughts. Benevolence begins at home. Amen. Amen. Thank you so much, Sister Barbara. She says, you guys are kind. We are. I believe that this empowerment family, this circle
It's amazing.
It's a group of kind people. Amen. Sister
Jerry.
McElroy says, I'm a full-time caregiver for my dad. Yes, caregivers need support. Amen.
Definitely. Stephanie Morris says,
love that card. Can you post the message on your timeline? I absolutely will. Stephanie, I'll take a copy of it and post the front and back so that
and it
you
was
can
a beautiful
it.
card.
It is a great card for going.
So let's go. We got to
weekend.
do greeting songs. Now, if this is your first time here, like Jerry.
And Stephanie is sending love to Sister Jerry. She says, I'm praying for you, Jerry. It takes energy.
Taking care of your dad full time is challenging.
Absolutely.
My younger sister been taking care of my mother for years.
Absolutely.
It's very challenging.
Absolutely. I got to get to the top up here.
Now, what we're about to do now is we like to thank our consistent contributors with greeting songs and with greeting logos. People like Shirley DeJarnette, she's a consistent contributor. What's a contributor to the show? That's someone who makes a post.
Someone who makes a post and lets us know what it is that they do. Also gives us an opportunity by providing us with a genre to be able to create a song for them or to work
Shirley
their
got a
name
jam.
into
Her
it.
jam goes like this. Shirley DeJarnette, why it will rock you, rock you. Shirley DeJarnette, why it will rock you, rock you. Now on your screen it says Maya Jones, but her name is actually Shaki.
Shaki.
And she's got a jam too. She's been a consistent contributor. Guess who's back?
Back
again.
Again.
Shaki's back.
Back.
Tell a friend.
Hey,
Shaki's back. Shaki's back. Shaki's back. Shaki's back. Shaki's back.
And I missed you.
I created a monster. And Miss Phyllis, she's got a logo, and it goes like this. Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is here.
So clear the way.
Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is
now
here.
we can all have a great day. Good morning, Miss Phyllis.
Amen.
Stephanie Morris has a song.
Stephanie, life has new meaning to me.
There is beauty up above. And things we never take notice of.
You
wake up and Stephanie, you're in love. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Hey,
Evan Jefferson's
Stephanie.
got a logo too, and it goes, talk to your man, it's your boy in the building. ERGJ is in the building.
The champ is here.
Good
The champ is here.
morning, Evan. How you doing?
Absolutely. Good morning to you,
Dr. Beverly has a logo as well, and it goes, Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly.
Absolutely. Dr. Deborah, healing trauma manifestation coach.
That's our girl, Dr. Deborah Dunstan. Who else we got?
Absolutely. I believe that, brother. Margaretta, we don't have a song for you. I thought we did. Sister Jerry, come on back and hang out with us. We can be silly sometimes, but we do love our audience.
Yes.
And Antonobi, I think
I don't have
he hadn't finished working on Bruce.
No.
All right.
Thank you, Sister Antonobi.
Absolutely. I think we saw Brother Mark, and he's got a song.
Here. Margaret does have a song, and it goes, so wide you can't get around it.
So low you can't get under it.
So high you can't get over it. Mark Greer is under a groove. He's getting down just for the funk of it. Mark Greer is under a groove. Nothing can stop us now.
Absolutely. Sister
Barbara Mosley, she cooks here. She cooks there. Barbara Mosley, she cooks everywhere.
Absolutely. I am, baby. I'm going.
Okay.
Kenny
Tucker,
have a song yet.
We can get you one, Kenny. You've been coming in here. We can get you a jam, Kenny.
Absolutely. I think
you recommend this song for us, Kenny.
Oh, I think we got all of them.
Okay.
Shaki says, Lisa, I'm gonna reach out to you. We need to catch lunch or tea or something. I don't know. You just kicked me to the curb.
Wow.
You've been so busy.
Wow.
You've been so busy. and taking other people out. You went to the cigar place or whatever. We'll get it together. Margaretta says, let's set up a meeting next week. See that? I got other people that I can go talk to.
I'm every woman and I'm always ready.
That's right. Margaretta's every woman. Oh, Diana Ross says, I'm every woman.
Oh, yeah. For Margaretta's song.
Mm-hmm.
I'm every woman.
It's all in me.
Anything
you want done, baby?
I do it naturally.
Whoa.
Now,
whoa.
So, Margaretta Young. It's all... No, that's not right.
I thought we already had it with that song.
Well, let's find it again.
All right.
Okay, let's find it again.
Shaki says, I didn't go to the cigar place. I just told somebody else about it. Whatever. That's all right. I could be about feelings because my friends is gone. I used to call up and go running. Have you been to the running place without me?
Wait a minute. Now, this is 9:50. We're about to 9:51. We're about to get out of here. This is the weekend.
Absolutely.
Okay.
End the week.
End this week. We encourage you to end this week and have some weekend time, some recreation, which you break it apart, some recreation time, and start over again on Monday fresh.
Absolutely.
If you do take some recreation, if you do end this week, if you do have some relaxation, you can start again fresh.
Absolutely. Stephanie got a Margaretta song now. Margaretta, she's all you need.
Yes.
She is ready to help you succeed.
I like it.
Amen.
Margaretta Young. She's all you need. She's ready to help you succeed. No. Anything you want done, baby.
She'll help you to succeed. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Shaki says, nope, I ain't been on the runs waiting on you. Well, you're going to need a waiting suit.
Stop it.
Walk around
I don't need to spend all this time on that.
We can walk.
Y'all can have some phone call time afterwards.
Absolutely. Don't be interrupting me about people. I be fussing with my people. Amen. Margaretta says, I'm every woman. I'm always ready. Prepared to be prepared, baby. I love it.
Okay. I'm every woman. I'm always ready. Prepared to be prepared, baby.
Should do it naturally.
Okay. We're gonna go with that.
We're gonna do it over until it becomes natural.
Right.
When we get it together. We appreciate you hanging out with us this Friday. We hope that you had a good time and you met some new people and connected with some new businesses. We appreciate you. Make sure to end your week. Amen. Kenny said, love the effort. It takes time for these things to evolve into a true song.
And
Amen.
he would recommend effort because he's an educator.
That's right.
He would recognize it, I mean.
Amen. Margaretta says, mine and Stephanie's work together. We'll make it work. And you have a good weekend. And remember, don't forget to have sex.